The member for Flynn.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Resources, Water in Northern Australia. Will the Minister update the House on the resilience of the resource sector and highlight how the Morrison government is assisting this important sector to position Australia for a strong start in 2021 and driving jobs in regional Australia? Thank you.
The Minister has the call.
Well, thank the honourable member for his question. We're back to business, Mr Speaker. The member for Flynn, better known as the Bulldog, not only locally but here, the fighter for Flynn, and it's so important in his electorate, Mr Speaker, the resilience of the resources sector. 16 coal mines dotted across his electorate, the Port of Gladstone, one of Australia's biggest export ports, coal, LNG, aluminium, grain, cement, there's a lot of things going out through Gladstone, 1,900 vessels a year, all adding to jobs, all adding to the local economy. And Mr Speaker, we were in Gladstone last week with the Prime Minister down at Auckland House. The power, the strength of the member for Flynn, he arranged 2 coal ships to be loaded in the background, and mid-speech an LNG tanker arrived, which I think was a great reflection on the strength of the resources sector, the strength of that area of central Queensland and that area around Gladstone. Mr Speaker, the resources sector has been a cornerstone of our economy. In this area, in the member for Flynn's area, the coal sector employs 3,500 people. 3,500 employed in the member's electorate. They continue to drive our economic recovery. And we need to talk about facts, Mr Speaker. We can forget the misinformation, some of the things which get put out publicly. If we talk about facts, the value of Australian coal exports in December increased by 26% from November. 26%. Worth $3.7 billion to the Australian economy, and that is despite all of the global challenges of the pandemic and otherwise. In fact, Mr Speaker, resources in total to the 12 months to December was up $272.5 billion. $272 billion. Now, that is a testament to the hard work of the men and women of the sector. That is a reflection on getting through the pandemic, driving our economy. What a great result. Mr Speaker, the ABS noted just last week employment in mining jumped by 22,000 people. 22,000, nearly 10% in the 3 months to November last year, providing jobs for 264,000 Australians. 264,000. Coal mining was the standout, Mr Speaker, up 25% with an extra 11,000 people, and it's of course increased 23% over the year. That is the most number of Australians employed in the coal sector since 2012. Now, that does not sound like a sector in decline. That sounds to me like the resources sector is increasing, not decreasing. Jobs are going up, not going down. The sector is driving forward out of the pandemic, not going backwards. And I know the Treasurer is very happy about the fact the resources sector continues to kick goals, Mr Speaker, because that is the money that we rely on to pay for the services that Australians require and desire. And that is what we will continue to do. We will continue to support the resources sector in the member for Flynn's electorate and right across Australia, because they are delivering for us and they are delivering for our country.